Did you forget? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
This is Sylvia, my 1898 Gendron Wheel Company Reliance Model B. Perhaps next year the Model B will have brakes. You have a bicycle? Yes? Does your bicycle look like mine?
No.
No? Well, what's different about it?
Mine has brakes. Mine has brakes.
Yours has brakes.
Mine has brakes.
You must be very, very wealthy because only the highest end bicycles right now in 1898 have brakes. You probably have coaster brakes where you push backwards and the bicycle slows down.
No.
No.
Handbrakes. Right here. Handbrakes.
I heard you. I just didn't understand you.
Oh, sorry.
I'm messing with you. My bicycle's a lady's bicycle. It has a drop frame so the lady can mount the wheel gracefully in a skirt, and a skirt guard over top of the chain and the spokes so my skirt doesn't get caught as I ride. That'd be not only dangerous but also very embarrassing. Don't you think so? Yes. Well, you must be a bicyclist. You're wearing bloomers. Oh my goodness, most of you are. Yes. Usually the most avid bicyclists will wear bloomers. Most ladies will wear skirts like that. Although the suffragettes will wear bloomers as a political statement. Are you a suffragette? No, you don't fight for the right for ladies to vote? Oh, see how easy it is to change your mind? You're voting. Yes. You don't have any questions or curiosities for me? I do love questions. The bouncy springs? Well, that's to make the seat a little bit more comfortable as I go over all those bumps in the road. You know, I'm a member of the League of American Wheelmen. They just started letting ladies join. And we advocate for good roads, solid sealed surfaces for the bicycle. Because the horses don't seem to mind all those bumpy roads made of dirt and clay and sand. But the bicycle needs a smooth surface. And who knows? If we can set up an infrastructure of roads connecting all of our small towns, then maybe one day that might come in handy if some other wheeled form of transportation becomes more popular. But that'll never happen. Do you have any other questions or curiosities for me?
Is that a whistle?
It's my safety whistle. It helps to alert people that I am coming because my bicycle doesn't have brakes. I'm going to switch directions here. I certainly wouldn't want a small child to run out in front of Sylvia, and I find that there's also a lot of adults who are distracted tapping on their phones. Don't understand. So I can give them warning. There are actually official codes for the bicycle whistle that everyone knows to help me communicate things like, I'm going to turn left, I'm going to turn right, I'm slowing down, get out of my way because my bicycle doesn't have brakes and I can't stop. Where are you? I am here, and help. Haven't had to use that code yet, fortunately. So that's my whistle. Yes?
What's the stuff in your basket?
Oh, I love that question. Inside my basket, let's see here. Well, any lady on a solo independent adventure needs to make sure that she is prepared for any obstacles she might encounter. So I have an air pump to pump up my tires. Right now, single tube pneumatic tires filled with air, are a new innovation right now in 1898. And if anyone gives me trouble, I can use the other end. Yes? Although I did have a lady's self-defense bicycling pistol with me, but they took it from me at the front door. I know, it didn't even shoot real bullets. It shoots an ammonia-like solution that only temporarily blinds your attacker. I'm sure they'll give it back to me on my way out. What do you think? That's not very fair, is it? Also, in my basket, I have a bicyclist's cup, which is engraved with the word cyclist and some cyclists, which means that cyclists will want to buy it. Really sports marketing. I can take my cup to a water fountain and open it up and grab myself a little sip on the way, although I don't recommend sipping and riding at the same time. Sylvia here requires both hands on the handlebars. Yes, that's right, I named my bicycle. I feel as though a lady has a very intimate friendship with her bicycle. We'll get to know it. First step, giving it a name.
That made of lead?
This here?
Yeah.
Lead? No, I don't believe so. I believe it's probably aluminum, tin. I don't know. And last but not least, I also want to remember, any lady on an independent solo adventure wants to remember her new friends. So this is my neighbor's stereo camera. I borrowed it from my neighbor Margie. Not everyone has a personal camera in their pocket, but cameras are becoming more popular now that bicycles are more popular. People are getting out and about for leisurely reasons and they want to remember their adventures. My camera has two eyes, just like you, a left and a right, and it'll take a photograph out of each one. I look through the viewfinder to see an image of you in reverse. So, Mr. Mark, smile for the camera. I hope it turns out. When Margie develops my film, I'll get two pictures. One from the left and one from the right. They look similar, but a little bit different, just like the picture from your right eye and the picture from your left eye. Put the stereograph into the stereoscope viewfinder. Look at both pictures at the same time, and the image will appear three-dimensional, just like you're there in real life. Don't they look like they're having a good time? Ladies making candy, yes, very exciting. You can develop your own film, or you can also purchase souvenir stereographs of locations that you might not get to see on your bicycle. Although I plan on seeing this place later this afternoon. Do you recognize it? What is it? The White House? Well, technically, yes, it is a house that's white. It's President McKinley's mansion. But if you keep calling it the White House, maybe one day that'll catch on. And of course, all of our film is black and white, but since this is a souvenir stereograph, it's been colorized with just two colors. Yes, the red and the green. Do you like the landscaping on the White House? Sure, there's a lot of bushes, aren't there? Yes?
The White House has no pillars.
And I believe that's the contents of my basket. Do you all have any other questions or curiosities for me? I do love questions.
I think it's going
To
White Tower, sort of. It's going to an mansion in a village.
stable?
Yeah, it did.
Is that a question?
No, it's so you put like your foot on it. I thought it was like you could slip off it.
You think that I would slip off the pedal? Why, because of my shoes? Certainly. Yes, well, I would argue that my high heels actually help me, because if my foot slips off, boom, my heel will catch. I don't have much option, though. Most ladies wear shoes like mine, and I certainly wouldn't want to not be of the highest fashion at the time. Yes? Yes?
How much would a bicycle like this cost?
That's an excellent question. The price of a bicycle. Well, about 3.5 years ago, before the big bicycle boom took hold and 312 American manufacturing companies popped up out of nowhere to meet the demand, a bicycle would have cost you over $125.
Wow.
This year, in 1898, about $75. And if you wait another 5 years, you might be able to get it from the Sears and Roebuck's catalog for $8.95. Now, I know that $75 seems like a lot of money, but let me put it in perspective. It's about 3 weeks to 3 months' wages, depending upon your occupation. I know it's a lot of money, yes? However, we have a new concept. It's called buying things on credit. You can get your bicycle up front and then pay for it over time in installments to the dealer. What a novel way to get your mode of transportation. Yes, certainly. And that makes the bicycle more accessible to just about everyone, because those who can afford it always want the newest model with the newest features, and they can trade in their bicycle to be resold as a used bicycle to folks who maybe can't afford to have the newest model every year. Sound familiar? You all have any other questions or curiosities for me?
What's the difference between a woman and a man?
Oh, that's a good question. The women's bicycle has the drop frame so that the lady can mount the wheel gracefully, because the men's bicycle has a cross frame right here. So when the safety bicycle was invented, the women couldn't even fathom a guess as to whether or not they could ride the bicycle. And Mr. W.E. Smith brought home his new toy and showed his wife, and she said, well, this won't do. So he invented the drop frame, and that was only 10 years ago. And it's only been about 3 years since bicycling has become more socially acceptable for ladies, because some people didn't like the idea of a lady being out and about without a chaperone. Yes. But today, at the age of 38, this is my very first time out and about, all by myself on a solo independent adventure without my husband and children. First time in my life. Have you ever been out and about without your husband and children? Never? I highly recommend it. I'm experiencing an overwhelming sense of invigorating emancipation.
Amen,
Look, I've got goosebumps. That's how excited I am. I highly recommend it. You have any other questions or curiosities?